Okay, in this video I'm going to show a Holowiwi attack that worked out really well for me. Wanted to show a couple things that I thought helped the attack really come together, which was how to use barbarians and balloons to more efficiently take out archer towers, and then use of luring and using witches, barbarians, and wizards to deal with the clan castle once you lure. Before we get into that, this attack, I just barely hit Town Hall 10, and the way I'm doing Town Hall 10 is a little different. I'm not going to build any defenses. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to make sure that my offense is more overpowered than my defense, because I see what happens with a lot of people that go Town Hall 10 is they immediately build Expos and Infernos, and suddenly they've got Town Hall 9 offense, and they've got Town Hall 10 defenses, and they're not able to two-star very easily because they're going up against bases that are much harder than they've been facing. So I'm going to do the opposite, and this is being called Town Hall 9.5. The idea being you don't touch any of your defenses, so no Infernos, no Expos. I'm not even going to do the extra cannon and archer tower until I get a lot of my offense up. So all my army camps upgraded, clan castle upgraded. Want to get my hounds and my golem up to max level, and probably won't do Infernos until I get P.E.K.K.A.s and freeze spells, at least freeze spells up to, say, level 3. So for now, I still have 220 troop spaces. My troops are still Town Hall 9. My hounds are in the lab right now. But I do have an extra spell. So full disclosure here, this is not a proper Town Hall 9 Holowiwi. It's like 9.25. Alright, so let's look at this Holowiwi attack. And it's a perfect base for this because all the air defenses are packed in the center. They have lots of archer towers, cannons, things on the perimeter that can be destroyed without having with using just one or two balloons and not being under threat of the air defenses. Now I found a lot of times with balloons that I would drop one balloon against an archer tower, it would get there, and half a second before it was about to drop its main payload, its main bomb, it would die. And so it wouldn't get its main bomb down, it would only get the splash damage, and so I was sending two balloons in, but that's kind of a lot of troop space just to take out one archer tower. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop barbarians. I'm going to drop one barbarian to distract, and then immediately drop a balloon. So the archer tower is going to target, say I drop a barbarian here, then I drop a balloon. For about, the first 1 or 2 seconds, the archer tower is going to be targeting the barbarian, giving my balloon more time to get into the archer tower. So that way I only have to use one barbarian and one balloon to take it out instead of two balloons. Did the same thing here. Did a barbarian and a balloon. And some of them were too deep. Like I wasn't sure that even a barbarian and a balloon would get all the way here. So here I dropped two balloons. Here, this archer tower is way on the edge, so I was pretty sure I could get it with one balloon, which I did. Here I meant to do a barbarian and a balloon, but I ended up dropping two balloons. Once I get the archer towers out, I want to lure the clan castle, so I drop hogs on this cannon, and then the hogs jump into the mortar. Clan castle pulls. I'm going to pull the clan castle over here and deal with them using barbarians, witches, and wizards. Gowiwi attack is going to come from here and here. The purpose of the golems and the witches is kind of to distract, kill the heroes. I'm going to use 10 hogs to clean up all these defenses in the middle here, because I know there aren't any double giant bombs. So my hogs are going to be able to come in here and just kind of path around this core. And using heal spells, they're going to last a long time. And I think by the end I had maybe 5 or 6 hogs still up. So let's see the attack. Alright, so there goes the barbarian, and there goes the balloon. You can see, because I dropped the barbarian first, the archer goes for the barbarian. Balloon has more time to get in to the archer tower, and takes it out. There I dropped 2 balloons. Here I dropped 1 balloon. Here I dropped 2 balloons. Meant to drop a barb and a balloon, but didn't do it right. Still worked out because I had enough balloons that it wasn't a problem. Drop my hogs here to take out this cannon, and they'll go into the core, or into the mortar. Get the CC to pull. At this point, I'm going to pull them all the way over here. This is nice because there's no defenses I have to worry about taking out my kill squad here. Now, one mistake I see is that people try to pull the clan castle completely out of the base, all the way over into a corner, and I think that actually, 1, it wastes time, 2, it wastes troops, and 3, it makes it so that the enemy's clan castle is right on top of you when you drop your witches, and so there's more chance that your witches won't be able to spawn enough skeletons to block for them. So I'm dropping my barbarians right as soon as the first wave of clan castle gets here. Drop my witches and my wizards. You can see I've got some space here that where my my witches are able to get the skeletons out in front enough that they're not being targeted. Now, one thing I did as well is that by taking out these archer towers around the perimeter, now I can drop minions all the way around the base here, and these minions are going to help me clean up while my attack's going on. And time is always an issue for me, so by having cleanup troops going all the way around the base, this is going to save me a lot of time so that I don't have to worry about running out. Send the golem in. Main hero and golems are going to go through here. I sent another golem over here, kind of to distract on this side and kind of spread the fire a little bit. Okay, so now this jump spell helps me get into the core. At this point, heroes are targeting. I can drop my hogs. The hogs are going to do great here with some heal spells. There are 10 hogs that I just dropped. First heal already went down. I use a rage to help my heroes and skeletons. Another heal for the hogs. And at this point, there's not a whole lot hitting the hogs. Maybe that Tesla, that cannon. One last heal spell goes down, which I wouldn't have had if I'd only been Town Hall 9, but at this point, the core is completely wrecked. Both of my golems are up. My hero abilities have not been touched. I've got lots of troops up, 2 witches still, balloons, 5 or 6 hogs, and I had plenty of time. I think this whole attack took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So takeaways there are, think about how you can use a barbarian to help distract for your balloons on a Golo or Holowiwi, and then doing the lure, make sure that you don't lure the clan castle too far into the corner. Leave enough space for your witches to create a barrier of skeletons. I'll show you another attack I did where it didn't quite work out. I ran out of time. In this case, my main attack is going to come from the bottom here. Let's show the whole base. And so these are maxed Town Hall 9s. Walls are pretty high. Almost max walls, at least in the core. I dropped some minions here at the beginning to help clear the edges, and there's nothing that can target them over here because there's just a cannon. I'm going to use 4 hogs over here to lure on that cannon. I thought 4 hogs would take the cannon out. It didn't. It barely wasn't enough, and I think that ended up costing me some hogs later on. So what I'm going to do on this base is just a straight Hogo or Goho Wiwi, no balloons, lots of hogs, 23. Like I said, get all the defenses down, but I run out of time, and my hogs don't last as long as I thought they would. I haven't had good luck with Goho Wiwi. but I keep trying. I guess I'm stubborn. So anyway, we'll drop our minions down here. They're going to start chewing, clearing some outside here. We're going to drop our hogs in just a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually like to drop one hog just a little bit ahead of the others so that if there's a spring trap, they take it out. You can see that cannon barely had a sliver, which sucks. The minions that are here clearing the edges pull the clan castle down. Now, here I have a little trouble creating space because I've got all these buildings that my barbarians and my witches are going to be pretty close together. And so when I drop my witches and my wizards, you're going to see here I'm going to lose one of my witches because there's just not enough space. Drop my, let's see where, there goes the witch right there. Boom. Drop my golems. I'm going to use a jump spell here, which will get me all into the core, into these defenses. Works out really well. So I didn't really want to show this whole attack. I'm just going to fast forward it. Main point is that, even when, I still lost a witch on that lure, but that's better than a lot of lures I see where people drop like 5 or 6 wizards, which all get taken out by skeletons. And, I think the witch, barbarian, wizard combo is probably the most effective way to deal with the clan castle. As long as you're able to get enough space and you don't try to get the clan castle too far out. I'm going to pick on somebody here and show an attack where luring and killing the clan castle didn't do well. Alright, let's look at an attack here by Jacob. He does lure the clan castle with some balloons, I believe, up top. Problem is, he does a good job pulling the troops over. Has witches, doesn't have barbarians. Could have created a lot of space here to take out the clan castle. So, good job getting the clan castle pulled. Pulls them over. And at this point, this is where you want to drop your barbarians and witches. Instead, he keeps pulling the clan castle over with all these archers. I guess he was thinking maybe he'd do wizards or something. I don't know. Loses a lot of time here. Drops heroes. Uses hero ability immediately. He's going to lose his king. So this is not a good trade. Losing your barbarian king to take out the clan castle only really makes sense for maybe a lava attack because heroes don't play a good role. But for a ground attack like Go Wee Wee or Go Wee Wipe, you really need your barbarian king. So I do not recommend doing it that way. So again, don't pull the clan castle out too far. Give your witches some space, and I think practice that. I think you'll see a lot of improvement in your luring and dealing with the clan castle.